Well, hello and welcome back to Strange Horticulture. I just spent the last 10 minutes, 11 minutes, organizing all of my plants into alphabetical order, which, of course I'm gonna run out of space down here eventually, but I'll just, I guess, move upwards. Anyway, we're gonna be looking for 8 miles to the east. I don't really see anything. I don't know what this symbol means. Let's see here. Let's see if we can't maybe come up with something. The other thing I did last time is I did go here. I was like, that kind of looks like a tree. And I moved, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That wasn't it. So I guess there's something else that we need to do. I'm not sure what this symbol means. I'm 100% sure that this symbol has something to do with this tree. Okay, that took way too long. Look. Yeah, I accidentally hovered over this and I was like looking through my stuff and I realized that we hadn't seen this, or that we had seen this. Look at this, 1813 Gosforth. I'm gonna assume, hang on, is there a Gos? Yes, there is, it's right here. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, if in doubt, look at all your stuff that you've collected. Gazing at the still water of the lake, its black waters draw me into a reflective trance. Here and there, flowers that I don't recognize grow along the bank. Okay, let's move. Yes, thank you. But can you put the plants, like, up here? Like, I just got those organized. How dare you? I'm sure the wandering view will wander off later. But, yeah, I don't know. That's... If you don't know where something is, glance over the stuff that you do have, because it's probably in there somewhere. Well, he went and ate those bloody mushrooms. And of course now he's sick. Is there anything we can do? He's in a bad way and I'm worried about him. Okay, so he ate Farmer's Worry. Let's see. Only safe in small quantities. Grants great strength at the expense of severe fatigue. So I think maybe we want... Oh wait, didn't we learn something here? Farmer's Worry. An antidote can be made using Royal Gentia. So I'm going to assume that's what we need to give her. Hey! Good job, team. And that actually does mean that this is actually Farmer's Worry because it's the plant that she gave us. So we can denote that is actually defined. Good job. Oh no, what happened? I have been to Black Comb. I have fought the servant and lived, but my adversary stands. It must be defeated. For my part, I am ashamed to say that I am done. And my soul could use the tonic of St. Quentin's elixir if I'm ever to recover from the horror that I have seen. So we made this last time. Where is it? This one. I don't remember what that one does. Is it in the archives? Hang on, I can tell you what it does. Balox, Elixir of the Damned. I thought we had something about... Here it is. Overcome their sense of fear. So there you have it. Letter time! There is a hateful man I sometimes see around town. He is called Isidore Burbridge. Yesterday I saw him bending down as though to pet a stray dog, but instead he punched it as hard as he could. I rushed over and the coward fled. Someday he'll get his comeuppance. Alright, what's today's letter? Sadgill Chalice. Alright, so we've done this before where you look for the location Sadgill, that's up here. And you put the thing on there and you go to the chalice. The chalice clue takes me directly south of Sadgill to a spot next to the river. Moss-covered rocks line the banks, velvet to the touch. In the moist conditions, a deadly-looking plant grows abundantly in lush grass. Ah! It does. It looks like it's gonna nom you. So it kind of looks like a, I don't know what it looks like. One of those Venus flytraps, only maybe a little bit more aggressive. You again. Verona tells me you're working on gathering the plants for a ritual that will help us defeat this creature. I want to help in any way I can. From what Verona told me, I think this might be one of the plants needed to perform the ritual, but I'm afraid I do not know where it can be found. So Swift Snare, the Binder, Ankle Grabber, and Never Let Go are several of the names. Small heart-shaped leaves. I don't think we have anything like that quite yet. Okay. Dude with a hat. Read somewhere about a plant that will lead you to gold. It has drooping red flowers and frilled leaves. I think it's this one, which is the Weeping Bell. And I think we've talked about this before, that it's actually, yeah, it's sometimes called Fool's Hope because it's not actually very useful. Good job, team. Hey, this is the inspector, or no, this is the Seeds of Redemption guy. I can't help noticing that the Drower Huntsman is still alive. You don't seem to understand the importance of our work here. If you are not with us, then you are against us. When the redemption comes, and it will come, you will regret your actions. Praise the Dendru. Oops. I'd say we messed up, but I don't think we did. Oh, it's the end of today. We have done our due diligence for today. Let's move on. Okay, decay gives way to new life from death, life. The cycle starts again west of White Scar by the river. Behind the woman, a dark skeletal figure began to arise, and a low primal snarl sounded across the clearing. The shepherd turned and ran, cold fear coursing through his veins. He did not run for long. I think we're running out of days here. We got like a day or two. So we're probably gonna want to wrap up finding the last of these rituals. The stuff for the rituals. Alright, so let's see. Decay gives way to new growth from death, life. The cycle starts again west of White Scar. Let's see, where is White Scar? Well, here's White Scar. And it says to the west next to the river. I'm gonna assume here. Let's find out. The sun-bleached skull fixes me with its black-eyed gaze. A reminder from the chest of the skeleton a plant grows. Alright, so we get another plant. Ooh, that one is here. Alright, well let's see if we can't get some stuff. Hey, a letter right off the bat. I lived in Undermare all my life, and I've never seen the people as worried as they are now. Everyone's talking about the sisterhood and the servant. Somebody needs to do something to stop that beast. I was speaking to a woman from Arnside who told me of a cave nearby that the locals stay away from. Apparently there's a strange plant that grows there, but the cave is believed to be haunted. Unfortunately, she was vague about where the cave was. Somewhere to the east was all she would say when I pressed her. Okay, so there's apparently... Give me that letter. So let's see. From Arnside, who said there is a plant in the cave somewhere to the east. I'm going to assume that is the White Scar Cave then. Let's see, a thin crack runs down the rock face, widening as it nears the ground. Just wide enough for a man to slip through, but there's a problem. A large boulder blocks the entrance. Too hard to move. All right, let's use some Farmer's Worry. I am surprised at how easily I'm able to roll away the boulder with the help of the Farmer's Worry. As my eyes adjust to the darkness, I discover several clusters of fungi growing there, reaching out desperately to the thin strip of light provided by the crack. Okay, so we get 2 new funguses. Okay, let's move these guys up here so that they are kind of separate so we can label them later. I haven't forgiven you for whatever it was that you gave me the other day. I should have destroyed that elixir recipe when I had the chance. Whatever happens, you must not allow it to fall into the wrong hands. Everybody's mad at me. I don't know if I care too much. My wife of 30 years is dying. That is the truth of it, as painful as it is to say out loud. The doctors say there is nothing they can do, but I cannot sit by and wait for it to happen. A man at the hospice let slip about a plant-based elixir. I don't think he meant for me to hear it, but I did, and it's all I can think about. I understand the risks, but any price is worth paying if it means she doesn't have to die. Please, I'm begging you. All right. Elixir of the Damned is not a good idea, but here it is. All right, so we should have like a whole bunch of things now that we, that we have not yet seen. We might want to label some of these. Who's this? What a delightful shop you have. I'm only in town for a brief visit, but I heard I might be able to get a hold of some liver stone here. Let's see here. I think we do in fact have... Uh-oh, what's liver stone? It must have a different name. So let me go through the list and see what we can find. Oh, here we go. The liver stone is a mushroom with pointed caps. So we have a couple of these. Caution is advised when handling this plant due to the strong paralysizing agents contained within. Let's see here. This one, strange. My fingertips feel slightly numbed, so I'm going to assume it's this one here. All right, let's go ahead and label that. Ooh, we got another book thing, so that's good for us. So this is liver stone, and then all we got to do is figure out here, plop. Yeah, so everything's all nicely arranged now. Uh-oh. This is the woman that's got the stranger. I can't control it anymore. This has all gone too far. I never meant for it to turn on my sisters. It's too strong. I'm trying to hold it back, but it wants to kill. That's all it wants. Death, death, and more death. You have to help me. Okay, so we have two options. We've got Deadman's Fingers. Said to strengthen resolve and sharpen the mind. Or we've got Widow's Woe, which purple berries are recommended by physicians in place of a hair of the dog mentality as a tonic for those suffering the effects of having drunk too much. I bet giving her Deadman's Fingers is probably what she needs. Oh, I'm sorry, I read that the wrong one. That was Wild Coal. Said to induce fear. Oh, do I want to give her fear or do I want to give her strength? I'm kind of, I don't know. So the Deadman's Fingers would give her control in order to control the servant, but the Widow's Woe would weaken her and maybe we would be able to rest? Yeah, sure. Get control of the servant from her and maybe put it back to, you know, where it belongs. I'm gonna do that one. I don't think this is gonna be, I don't think there's really a great option here. All right, so let's see here. Somewhat damp smell, dark red flowers. Let's see, I don't really think I have anything else with dark flowers. I think this is the Widow's Woe. And I get a book entry for it, so there. Let's go ahead and plop this down here. Let's label this as Widow's Woe. I'm kind of nervous about that because I feel like that might not be the best option. I don't know if there is a best option for this game, to be completely honest. There's been talk over the last few nights down the Royal Oak of a servant creature going around slaughtering people. I used to enjoy walking in the hills, but I daren't leave my house now. I've decided to bring nature to me in the meantime. The glow of a few pixie lamps would surely warm my heart. So we've got Glowhorn here. Let's see, which I'm gonna bet is this one here. Let's see. Yeah, it illuminates. I'm gonna guess it's this one. I mean, that makes the most sense. Let's go ahead and label that one. I kind of wonder if there's a new game plus where you get to keep all this information or if you have to start over every single time. I'm hoping you don't have to start over every single time. That would be really, really cool. I understand it now. My mind is linked to the servant. With the elixir, I will be able to throw out the woman in the jade mask and take control for myself. Together we can end this. Meet me at the Daughter's Stone tomorrow and bring the elixir. Which elixir are you talking about? Because I have like a few dozen of them. I've got like 4 of them, but still. To the east of the castle, across the river and through the mountain pass, it grows at the edge of the wood. She finally had the power she had craved all these years, a servant to do as she willed, but that power came at a cost. The servant was awoken, and it would not be contained. It was the Dendru, the dread, it was death. Okay, so it looks like it's time. So let's go ahead and see if we can't find this one object before we move on. To the east of the castle, across the river, and through the mountain pass, it grows at the edge of the wood. So we've got this castle, we've got this castle, we've got... Do we have any other castles in here? We've got this castle, okay. So we have to be able to go across the river, which, no, I don't think that's particularly useful. Let's see, for this one, there is a river. Is there a mountain pass? Are the passes labeled? I don't see any labeled passes. And it grows at the edge of the wood. Okay, so cross the river and through the mountain pass. I don't think it's that one. Cross the river through the mountain pass. It grows at the edge of the wood. Maybe here? I'm kind of thinking that might not be it. Let me check it out anyway. Oh, I did get it. Ha! The trees sway effortlessly in the cool breeze. The low hum of crickets chirping rides the wind. A sense of calm washes over me, and I'm rewarded with a new find. Creepy little plant that's like moving around. Okay, so we have, so let's see. I think this is how we need to stop it. I'm not entirely certain. We do have Elixir of Control. Is that the one that would allow us to break? Yeah, that one would allow us to break things if we use that. Also, we could maybe use this, but I'm not entirely certain how that would work. We've got the corpse. Okay, well, let's meet some people. Let's see what we got here. It is time. The servant is on the move again. Time to act. Meet me at the ritual site. I hope for all our sakes that you've been able to track down all the plants we need. Okay, so do I meet with Faye or do I follow Verona to perform the ritual? So let's see if we can figure out what plants we need. So we have the corpse's friend, we have the ankle grabber, the fear bringer, lift a curse, and to secure black blood's reverse. Let me see if I can figure out what this is. Okay, I think I figured out which ones we need here. Let's walk through. Where is the one that I'm looking for? Here it is. Jeez. Okay, so we have Corpse's Friend, a reminder, which I think is the devil's night trap, which I think is this one. It smells kind of like pine. It reminds you of a pine forest. And then we've got what I think is Swift. Actually, we got this from somebody. Somebody gave this to us. The Swift Snare, which has small heart-shaped leaves. And it says here that it moves fast for a plant. So I think that's what it is. We've got Widow's Woe, which we've used before. And I think that's the important one. Widow's Woe here, which induces fear. And then we've got the Long Veracund. I don't know if I'm even remotely pronouncing that one right. Let's see, where's it at? Which should be to lift a curse, and it says it's believed to lift curses. And then a last petal to secure Black Blood's reverse, which I think is this Elder Finium, because it actually can be brewed to create an antidote to the thing that turns blood to black. And so we've got two options. We either go to the ritual site or we go elsewhere. Let's see here. Where is the ritual site? I don't quite remember. Is this it? I want to say this is the ritual site. But I guess we're gonna be going out and doing that. I don't remember. No, that's not the ritual site. Where was the ritual site at? Well, let's actually, before we move on, actually, I think I remember where that, actually, hang on. I think it's actually, let's see, it was not that note. It was this note, I think, that takes us to here, if I remember correctly. But I think we actually do have some clients, so let's see what we got. We must act before it's too late. Oh. Consider the plants and meet me at the ritual site. Looks like we don't have an option. Looks like we're off and about. So I think this is the one that we need to go to. And you go here and you go here. Is that right? I'm actually not so sure. Oh, here we go. So I was trying to figure out, it's this one that talks about south of the Watcher, the Great Oak. That's where we need to go to. Oh, we don't have... I'm kind of curious about this particular ritual because we already went there. Come on, fill up a little faster. Thank you. So if you remember correctly, the Great Oak is here. I think it's here because that's where that circle is. Hey, a small stone shrine sits off to one side of the clearing. 5 grooves run out from the center of the stone, widening into recesses at the base. 5 slots for 5 plants. Okay, so we've got our options. So first we've got the corpse's friend, and then the ankle biter, the fear bringer, the lift a curse, and then to secure Blackblood's reverse. Hey, well done. I will take it from here. I stand back and watch as Verona walks around the shrine, muttering soft incantations. It feels like a long time passes before she looks up, but in reality, it was perhaps only 10 minutes. Nothing's happening. What do you mean nothing's happening? Have we got the right plants? I think so. Perhaps we just need to be patient. A huge splintering crash behind us makes us all spin around to look across the clearing. A huge creature, its head and shoulders visible above the treetops, is making its way towards us, ripping up trees as it advances. The servant. That's terrifying. What was that about being patient? I think we're out of time. At that moment, the woman in the jade masks come hurling out of the woods at the other side of the clearing. She takes in the scene and heads towards Reuben, ripping her mask off and flinging it to the dirt. Father! Thea? Reuben runs towards her and they embrace in the center of the clearing as the servant bears down. I can clearly see the tears flowing down Thea's stricken face as she looks up at her father. I'm so sorry, I've been a fool. I thought I could control it, but I can't. It's too strong. Oh, what have I done? She runs toward the shrine, bringing out a small vial of red liquid from within her cloak and thrusting it into Verona's hands. It's blood, my blood. I know what to do. But before she can act, the servant bursts through the clearing, sending 100-year-old ash and elm hurtling as though they were saplings. Do your worst! Reuben locks eyes with the servant and grabs a sturdy branch, running off to the side to draw the creature away from the shrine. The huge beast lunges towards him with a terrifying roar. Reuben brings up the branch as the servant closes the gap and brings its large skeletal claw arching down. The branch splinters and Reuben is sent reeling backwards, but he doesn't have time to regain his footing before the beast is on him, slashing and maiming. Father, no! Thea crumples to the floor, wailing as Verona fumbles with the stoppered vial. Turning back toward the shrine, she pours the blood into a small cavity at the base, and then everything happens at once. The servant makes a desperate charge towards us, and I am certain that we are going to be devoured, but Thea steps forward and raises her arms. Get back, servant, stop, I command you. The servant falters for a moment as though wrestling against some invisible force, but it regains control almost immediately. It thrusts one spear-like appendage forward and impales Thea through the abdomen. At the same time, a pillar of bright white light launches out of the shrine towards the servant and hits it in the chest. The huge beast shrieks and staggers backwards, flinging Thea's lifeless body to one side. Ah! Brightness! There is an almighty thunderclap and a blinding flash of light, and suddenly the servant is gone. A patch of charred ground smolders where it stood just moments before. My head is spinning at what just happened. Did it work? Have we defeated the servant? With the dust settled and the servant vanquished, I've been able to reflect on the events of the last few weeks. The devastation wrought by the ancient beast was greater than anyone had imagined. By the end, Thea had lost control entirely, as had been made clear from the tales coming from Haverig and Bodle? Without our intervention, who could say what the final toll would have been? In contrast, Undermare has never felt so jubilant, so full of life. All the nervous tension that had built up evaporated in an instant, and the people have plowed their energies into celebration and merriment. They do not know the whole truth, of course, that Thea, the woman in the jade mask, was the one who summoned the servant. In the end, she gave up her life to help us defeat it. Verona and I have kept quiet by an unspoken agreement. As for myself, well, I'm back in the calm of strange horticulture, of course, with Helleborn for company. It's quieter around here, and I miss my friend Reuben, but I am content, and there are always more plants to learn about and discover. Hooray! We won? A bloody mess. The servant is gone, a victory of sorts, but one tinged with sadness at the death of our friend. So let's see here. Deceased. Verona's alive. So he's been killed. Verona, she rarely comes to the shop anymore. She does not say it, but you know she's deeply saddened by Reuben's death. Bethany, in your debt, your actions help save the sisterhood. Faye is alive. She has not dreamed of the servant since you performed the ritual. Ennis Elixir, the cultist, is in hiding. There's rumors he is living in Riddle Cave once again. Let's see. The hunter is wounded. Both his body and his pride have been damaged, but he lives. Thea is killed, and the barrister, which currently pursuing legal action against strange horticulture, because of course he is. So that is that. I think there's multiple endings, of course. I don't know. Let's do a quick check here at the beginning. Earlier! Uh-oh. Have you ever heard of the Monastery of the Black Veil? I think it would interest you. I have learned to add it from a man from Ravenglass. If you're ever in that part of the world, you should ask him about it. He owns the Horseshoe Inn on Main Street. I thought we were done. What's up, cat? Okay, so let's see. We need to go to, let's see, Black Veil. I don't think we've ever been there. I don't think I've ever seen it on the map either. I didn't think this was going to be going any further than this, by the way. I thought we were going to be hitting the entry-level screen, or the intro screen. Monastery of the Black Veil. Oh, Ravenglass. That's where we're going. Raven something. Oh, here we go. Ravenglass is over here. So let's go see what we get. I'm met by a man with a thick black beard and kind eyes who is delighted to have found a willing ear to listen to his stories. You won't find the Monastery of the Black Veil marked on any map. They don't want to be found. The monastery was on the edge of a wood. I remember that much. We must have been heading west because I could feel the sun on my face, and it was evening. We crossed 2 rivers, then we followed a river for a while. I could hear it to my left as we traveled. They left me here in Ravenglass, and I've stayed ever since. As I turn to leave, he adds, here, if you're serious about going, you'd better have this. Okay, so it looks like, first of all, we have 56 out of 77 plants. Here's how to get there. And no seed will grow that does not wither. No water will languish upon the river. No man will last forever hail. We all wear the blackened veil. Leaf of the Storian, dark flower of the tomb, stench of the twilight. Okay, so let's pop these things away. I don't think we need them. What's this one? Ah, yeah, no, we can put that one away too. Okay, so this is gonna be a thing. We need to find, so I remember the tomb, hang on a second. Of all things, you get over here, thank you. If I remember correctly, when I was perusing through this, I distinctly remember, so pronounced tomb. So like this one here, the tomb, that's one we haven't we don't have that one yet, but we do need it. Okay, I'm gonna put these all back as well, because we need the space. I do want to get all of these put together if I can. Let's see. Where's D? Devil D. I think this one will go here, and this one's gonna go all the way over here. So where's S? Swift would go at the end, so probably here. Okay, better. So we have the leaf of the Storian. Do we have anything labeled as Storian? No. And the stench of twilight. I'm gonna assume that's this one. So it looks like we have 3 plants we need to figure out, and we have to find it. But let's summon some people in here, shall we? It's good to see you too, Hellebore. It's been a while. You seem as relaxed as ever, though. Nothing ever phases you, does it? I must admit I've been buried in my books and seem to have missed all the excitement. I hear you and your plants had a part to play, though. I've been collecting some information on a selection of plants for a little book I'm putting together. I was hoping you could help me finish identifying all these plants. Let's start with the moonlight flower, Bella Nox. I've always loved that one. Moonlight flower. I don't seem to have one on here that's labeled as that. So let's see what we got. Well, I'm at a loss. I did a quick, I went through and kind of labeled a few things. But I'm not entirely certain where to learn about which one this is, to be completely honest. So I Googled it. I feel really bad, but I genuinely don't know how to find that one. And we don't really have anything else. So that one's confusing. Let's see, spring waxcap, I think is this one. That's one of the ones I found in the book. Go ahead and label that as this. Let's see. Havard, Some Romantic Soul gave that to her apparently. Let's see, I think that's this one. Okay, so that was another one we did actually manage to label. Fool's Midnight. Again, this is one we don't actually have. So I'm not too sure where you find all these things, to be completely honest with you. Let's see, we have 59. We've got 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wait, what? No, so yeah, I think, do we have all the plants? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we have 17 we haven't unlocked. So I'm curious, maybe we do have most of them? So let's see if we can't find this black veil, because I'm thinking that actually might give us the last of the information that we need. So let's see. They didn't want to be found. The monastery was on the edge of a wood. They were traveling west because they could feel the sun on the face, and he went to, let's see, we were just there. Ravenglass was here. So they crossed 2 rivers. And then we followed a river for a while. I could hear it to my left. So, okay, here's what my best guess is. This is where they left him. So if we go back, and you go across these 2 rivers to the east, this is the only wood that's in this area. He didn't talk about crossing a river or anything, or like a lake or anything like that. And if it's on the left, yeah, I think this, maybe one of these. Let's see, but I think we need to get the elixir first before we go there, because I don't think we'll be allowed in. So we need a leaf of a Storian, dark flower of the tomb, and stench of the twilight. So we've got the twilight. Let's see, do we have, I think the one that that has a bad smell is this one. So we'll find out if that's it. The tomb, which is this one here. Associated with death. But it smells good, apparently. Because why not? I think this is the only one that has those kind of leaves. Like if you look up here, the ones that I have. Smells like sweet rhubarb. I'm going to assume it's this one. I don't know if it is or not. This is probably going to fail. We're probably going to get this Rising Dead. And then the last one we have is the Storian. Do we have a thing on that? We do. Let's see. Dark red fruits. I think this is the dangerous one, remember? Where it was just like, don't eat this? Yeah, and that's the only one we've got that's got dark red fruits. So... Did it work? Oh! Okay, where did that go? Okay, so that one is the... Elixir of the Black Veil. Okay, so we're gonna come put this over here. Neom. I got those right. I can't believe I got those right. Okay, so this is the Storian. Then we had, what was the other ones? Then we had this one, right? Where did the other one, wait, where did they? I love how it vanished into the darkness, like. Let's see, this one was the Twilight Biota. And then this one, not the Storian, was the Thume, right? This one. No, that's not right. This one was, okay, this one here was this. And then the Twilight. Yeah, this one, this was the only one that I had that smelled bad, which is why the only reason that I figured that one out. And I think we do have all the plants, so I don't know what's gonna happen when we go hang out with the Twilight guys. Or the Black Veil guys. Let's see, cross the river, this one. This one? Hey, okay. 3 figures, their faces hidden behind black coverings, come out to meet me. The figure on the left speaks first. The monks of the Black Veil know of the Horticulturist. Then the one in the center of the group adds, they will share their knowledge if they receive payment. Okay, so let's scroll over here and give them the elixir. The third member of the trio accepts the elixir and together they disappear into the monastery. Sometime later they return with a stack of parchment. Okay, there's the Bellinox. Hey, okay, so I think these are the last ones that we needed. Okay, and do we get Fool's Midnight out of all of that? Let's see, we do. Okay, so let's see if we can't figure out the last ones of these. Let's see, used by some as an aphrodisiac, though the potent okay, blah, blah, blah. Dark mushroom has a fleshy underbelly. Smells rotten. Okay, so that smells rotten, so that one's probably it. Yep, I think that was the only other mushroom I even have right now, so... Fool's Midnight. All right, so next we've got the Demel. Let's see, okay, let's see. The leaves are occasionally turned into tea. This one? I think it's this one. Okay, good job on that one. I think this is supposed to help us finish up like the achievements and stuff. This one is this one. And we got this from one of the bad guys, the cultist. Let's see, umbrella smells like strawberries. Ooh, we had one that smelled like strawberries. Was it this one? No. Was it this one? Nope. Was it this one? No. Which one of these smells like strawberries? Like there was a very specific one that smelled of strawberries. Do you smell of strawberries? Okay. Do you smell of strawberries? Nope. Do you smell of strawberries? Also no. What the? Do you smell of strawberries? Ah, here we go. This one smells of strawberries. Umbrella. Okay. Okay, so there's that one. So now we have... I don't actually know what this one is. Evulium? Let's see. Pretty short leaves. Let's see. Is it one of the ones that I have already... Yes, I think it's this one. Okay, so we're doing so far so good. We're just kind of working our way down the list though, to be completely honest. Penny Bell, let's see, chewed on and has some weird leaves. The only one that we haven't listed is like this one. Let's see, heart-shaped leaves. I think it's this one. Okay. I wasn't actually sure if that was gonna work, but that's like process of elimination. It's the only one that doesn't have, that has those leaves that hasn't been labeled. So we've got Birdum. Let's see, it's got some funky leaves. These are strong and leathery. That's really the only one that looks like that hasn't been... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I woke the cat up. Sorry, buddy. Didn't mean to. Let's see, another herbal remedy for sore throats that doesn't work. Let's see. Poliscus, let's see. This cure does not work. Right. Some of these are not terribly useful. Let's see, so we've got all of those are labeled, so the only ones we have left are this one and these two. This is the only one that looks even remotely like that. So let's go ahead and label this one. So we've got this one here, which I think is this poofy one over here. I already labeled it from earlier. We're gonna get this today. This episode's gonna go long, but it's fine. Sour brandy. If I remember correctly, I think it's this one. I think the only reason I know that one is because I got a card on Steam for that. It's bitter to the taste. I think it's this one. There's really nothing else here that looks even similar to that. Let's go ahead and label that one. Sour bandy, not brandy. Maybe I just want to drink. I don't know. I think this is one that we figured out earlier. The carnivorous one I think is this one here. We're just moving on. We're just gonna get this done. Dead Man's Fingers, which is the cute little mushroom thing. Caudry, I don't think we have that one over here. Caldery. Let's see, do we label one of those? This one. Could have been used in one of the quests. Priddle. What's Priddle look like? By process of elimination, it's that one. Yeah, well, that seems to be all of them. You know, I think you've earned yourself to earned the right to call yourself an experienced horticulturist. Oh, okay, and that ends that, I guess? Yeah, so that ends that. We did all the things, got an ending. I don't know if it was a good ending or not. I'll see you all in a different series. If you're interested in seeing some of the other endings, I might be willing to do them, but I'll probably use a guide for those if I did, rather than just playing with things. It was a lot of fun. I actually really like this game. So I'll see y'all next time.